Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Graduates of the class of 2017, distinguished faculty, parents and friends, welcome to the 158th commencement exercise of Lincoln University. We are pleased indeed that you have come to share in this very special occasion. In honor of this occasion, we ask that you observe this with the dignity that it deserves, that your graduates deserve for the work they've done and the work they will do in the future. We will now call upon Reverend Emmanuel Fillar, class of 2013, to offer the convocation. Reverend Fillar is a Lincoln University chapel intern who is currently enrolled at the Lutheran Seminary in Philadelphia. Reverend Fillar.
Let us be together with God and with one another as we pray. Good and gracious God, we give you thanks today. We thank you for this opportunity for us to come together and see what you have brought forth out of your children. God, we are grateful because we have seen these children complete what you have set before them. And we are believing that you will set them to the world to do greater works. But God, we are more grateful that you have held back the rain and caused your sun to shine on this occasion. So God, let the sun shine on your children today, and let it shine on them evermore as they represent the banner of Lincoln University. Be with us today, we pray. For Christ's sake, amen.
Thank you, Reverend Fillar. Now, please join me in welcoming a significant part of that legacy of Lincoln University, the chair of Lincoln University's Board of Trustees, Ms. Kimberly Lloyd, a proud and distinguished graduate of the class of 1994. She and I age well. Chair Lady Lloyd has served in various capacities on the board since 2004. She was elected chair of the board in 2013 and is finishing out her second term in that position. Ms. Lloyd is a proud and distinguished graduate of 1994. She will greet us on behalf of the Board of Trustees. The Chair Lady's greetings will be followed by the singing of Lift Every Voice and Sing by the highly regarded Lincoln University Concert Choir under the direction of Edra Coleman and accompanied by Ms. Ellen Mitchell. Chair Lady Lloyd.
Thank you, Dr. Green. Good morning. LU? LU? Now tell them why. All right now. Will all members of the Board of Trustees please stand? It is my honor to stand before you as a proud graduate of this great institution in the class of 1994. I congratulate you, the class of 2017. And I see already you have gotten off the ground in terms of supporting the institution that will put you on the road to success. For all students who are wearing this, please stand. Thank you. The only way that we can continue to thrive and be able to support this institution is that we always have to remember to give back. I am so proud of you, class of 2017. I am proud of the master students that put up going to 3020 Market Street without parking every day. I am proud of my undergraduates for several different reasons, but know this, as I said yesterday, I hope you got your party in last night. Life is about to begin. Congratulations to the parents, to the family and friends. You have done well by presenting this institution with this wonderful class of 2017. Congratulations again, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Lady Lloyd. Yes, we now have the choir with their presentation. Again, thank you, choir and Chair Lady Lloyd. Today, we are privileged to have as our commencement speaker, Dr. Roger W. Ferguson. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Ola Carey, to President of the Student Government Association, who will introduce Dr. Ferguson.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Lincoln family, parents, faculty and staff, administration, the Board of Trustees, and a special greeting to the Supreme Class of 2017. I am Olutoyin Ibukuoluwa Olowokere, and I have the honor of serving as the Student Government Association President. Today, I will have the honor of introducing our commencement speaker for today. Roger W. Ferguson, Jr. of TIAA is the leading provider of retirement services in the academic, research, medical, and cultural fields, and a Fortune 100 financial services and organizations. He holds a bachelor's law degree and doctorate in economics, all from Harvard University. The man is smart, y'all. He's smart. Ferguson is the former vice chairman of the Board of Governors of the U.S. Federal Reserve System. Mr. Ferguson represented the Federal Reserve on several international policy groups and served on key Federal Reserve System committees, including payment, system oversight, Reserve Bank operations, and supervision and regulation. He is a real-life superhero. As the only governor in Washington, D.C. on 9/11, he led the Federal Reserve's initial response to the terrorist attacks, taking actions that kept the U.S. financial system functioning while reassuring the global financial community that the U.S. economy would not be paralyzed. Ferguson is a member of the Smithsonian Institution's Board of Regents. He's a fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences and co-chairs its Commission on the Future of Undergraduate Education. He serves on the board of the Alphabet Inc., General Mills, and International Flavors and Fragrances. Something people don't know about him that I got to find out today is that he's addicted to online bridge, and his son is a professional lacrosse player. My Supreme Class of 2017, ladies and gentlemen, I give to you our 2017 commencement speaker, Mr. Roger W. Ferguson, Jr. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that kind introduction. So President Green, trustees, distinguished faculty, honored guests, and most of all, is the Supreme Class of 2017? Yes. I am really delighted to join all of you today. First, I want to thank you for conferring on me an honorary degree. I am deeply honored to be recognized in this way, and it is especially meaningful coming from an institution with such a long and storied history. All of you know, because I heard it in the cheer, the first degree-granting HBCU in our nation. Yes, give yourselves a round of applause. Lincoln started out as a trailblazer and is carrying that mantle forward for 163 years. This university has produced a remarkable number of trailblazing graduates, men and women, who have burst through the boundaries in so many fields. Your program on page 2 lists just a few of them. Obviously, Thurgood Marshall at the top of the list, Langston Hughes, and Kwame Nkrumah. I'm sorry, and you, yes, of course. One moment till you get your degree, then you can be recognized with Kwame Nkrumah, for example. Soraya Coley, who's the president of Cal Poly Pomona, and one of my own professors at Harvard, I found out earlier today, Martin Kilson. So it is an honor for me and a pleasure and a privilege for me to hopefully be included in that group. So now, members of class of 2017, I know that you are loud. I assume that you are proud. Is this true? Yes. Yes, thank you. You now stand both on the shoulders of, but stand shoulder to shoulder with this group of great leaders who preceded you from this wonderful university. So let me start my talk to you, my friends, by saying congratulations to each of you. Yes, you can give yourselves a round of applause, and yours others as well. You've worked hard to earn your degrees. You have certainly earned all of the accolades that are coming your way from the family and friends who have gathered here to celebrate your achievement. I heard from our chairlady that you were told to party last night because life begins today, but not until after you get your degrees. So what I'd like to do is to try to help to make your entry into life a little easier just by sharing a few thoughts that I have learned during my period of time. I am somewhat closer to the end of a career, just as you are beginning your career. And so let me begin by saying a few words about the environment in which we're graduating, and then 2 or 3 lessons I've learned, and frankly talking about the challenges and opportunities that we as a nation face today. So it's clear that we're living in a time of significant challenge and significant change. We live in a world of constant change, frankly, where the landscape is being continually shaped by a number of trends. So you've heard already that I'm on the board of Alphabet. That is the parent company of Google. So the obvious first trend is disruptive technologies. There's a dramatic aging of the populations, both here and in the US. You young folks are coming forward to replace us aging baby boomers, but we're aging very slowly, I would say, so not so fast. There's a relentless march of globalization, which was much talked about in our recent election, and obviously rapid industrialization, urbanization, everything is changing all around us. And the main point is one should not be afraid of change, because change creates challenge, but it also creates opportunity. It's the only way we keep moving forward as a society. The broader point is that change is the natural order of things, and it's been that way since the beginning of time. President John Kennedy put it best, as often he did, and he said, quote, "Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future." So I hope you keep those words in mind as you set off to make your mark, as you surely will, on the world. To be successful, you must embrace the reality of change, and yes, frankly, also the uncertainty that it brings. Most importantly, you must be ready to navigate change and uncertainty successfully, whatever your chosen field. So my friends in the class of 2017, how will you do that? I think there are 3 lessons, frankly, I'd like to share with you in my talk today. First, you do that by committing to a life of continuous learning. It's a cliche, but I think it's also true. Today is not an ending, but rather the beginning of your life as a continuous learner. That obviously is why it's called Commencement. The author, Thomas Friedman, addressed this topic in a New York Times column earlier this week, and he said, quote, "The notion that we can go to college for 4 years and then spend that knowledge for the next 30 years is clearly over. If you want to be a lifelong employee anywhere today, you have to be a lifelong learner." Continuous learning is not necessarily about being a continuous student, though I hope many, and indeed all of you, will pursue advanced degrees. Rather, being a continuous learner is about a mindset that you take into your life and work. So I'm going to give you just a brief example from my first days at the Federal Reserve. I arrived there in 1997. I had already been a lawyer, a partner at a law firm, a partner at a consulting firm, had led a team of 400 around the world, but I checked my ego at the door. And to be fair to you, one of the challenges that my generation has with millennials is we sometimes think maybe you're bringing your ego to work and not checking it at the door. That's not a criticism, it's an observation that surely will be proven wrong in your case. But it's important to check your ego at the door because that's how you can have a mindset of being ready to learn. So in my own experience at the Federal Reserve, in my first year or so, I saw myself as a student of a new organization. I got to the office early, I stayed late so I could read everything that crossed my desk. I immersed myself in the details of our responsibilities at the Fed, frankly including the least glamorous, most obscure of those details. And I worked hard to develop some expertise. And you've heard a little bit about it. It is because of that that we had the confidence that to lead the world, to lead the efforts that we had as the only governor in Washington on 9/11. And in the days that followed, it was that broad learning, that mindset that allowed us to lead the organization forward. So I firmly believe that you'll be most successful when you think of yourselves as lifelong learners and conduct yourselves accordingly in whatever it is that you are doing. Second lesson I've learned in my life is you should throw away the notion that you often hear that somehow or another you're on a career ladder. The analogy just doesn't work in today's ever-changing world. Instead, I would encourage you to think of your careers, your jobs, as more like a rock-climbing wall. Sometimes you may need to move sideways, sometimes you may need to move back, sometimes the path is clear and you get to move forward very easily. Whatever it may be, you will have to be flexible in order to reach your goals. And sometimes you may need to adjust your goals itself. And in fact, again, I speak from experience. I started off thinking I wanted to be a lawyer. After 2.5 years, although I found my beautiful wife there, make sure you report that. I found my beautiful wife of 30 years as a lawyer. It turned out that that was not the career that was meant for me. Instead, I became a consultant, became a public servant, and now I'm the business leader of this great company, TIAA. And I've got to lead this nearly 100-year-old financial services organization with this very important mission. We help people and hire ed, many people in this stage and in this audience across the country as well to achieve financial well-being. But the main point is that getting to this point was never part of some grand master plan that I had. If I had been dead set on ending up as a CEO of a Fortune 100 company, one of 5 African Americans who have that honor today, I probably would have lived my life entirely differently. And I might have missed out on some of the career experiences that made me who I am today. So I say to you that your career path, like mine, is likely to be anything but straight. But I hope that you love to apply your human capital in such a diverse array of positions and organizations that you are proudly representative of Lincoln University. So don't be too rigid about your own career paths and goals. Be open to trying different things. Don't be afraid to change course if that's what your heart is telling you. And by the way, it may not be what your parents, friends, and families are telling you, so you may have to ignore some advice, but please follow this advice about following your own passions. Take advantage of the opportunities that come your way, and even be willing to take reasonable risks. And indeed, even recognize that failure is part of life if you use that to learn the lessons of failure and avoid making the same mistakes again. The purpose of the journey is to figure out what you like to do, where you like to do it, and with whom you like to work. Recognize that at different points in your life, you may answer those questions differently. The key is to always keep growing and learning. And then there's one last piece of advice that I want to share with you. And here, I will have to put on my hat as an economist. So please stay awake. Don't go to sleep on me now, please. You have clearly received a great education here at Lincoln that will set you on the path towards glory, as it has so many who've come before you. But to truly be successful in life and work, you must make sure that you also have a solid financial education. Financial knowledge is the key to your ability to achieve financial well-being. And that, in turn, is one of the foundations of an overall successful life. Let me be clear about one thing. When I talk to you about financial well-being, class of 2017, it is not about the size of your salary, though that is not unimportant. It's really about understanding the concepts of personal finance. It's knowing how to use credit wisely. It's saving and investing in a prudent way. And it's having a long-term financial goals, even as you juggle paying off student debt with saving to buy a car, take a vacation, or put a down payment on a house. The reality is that among Americans, particularly people of color, women, and minorities, financial literacy levels are low, tragically low. That's true for all income and education levels. There are plenty of highly educated, highly successful people, as well as uneducated folks, for whom financial knowledge falls short. So please, whatever you do, don't be one of them. Some of you have already been recognized for giving back to Lincoln. If you can continue to give back to Lincoln, and if you want to continue to give back to Lincoln, you must also achieve a certain modicum of financial success. In order to have a good financial life, please adopt good habits now. If you start saving even a little bit on a regular basis, it can have a huge impact on your financial well-being later in life. But if you ignore financial well-being, you may find that you dilute your energies and cannot have the kind of impact that you want. And that, my friends, would be a real shame, because the world needs all that you have to offer. The world needs your creativity and engagement. It needs your ideas and vitality. We need your commitment to creating a better future. You have to do it because my generation is leaving you a mess. So please, please step forward. We need your assistance. Today, as our election has shown, our society is deeply divided in many ways. We are not even coalescing around a common definition of the American dream. We face many challenges around equality and social justice. Blacks and Hispanics in our nation continue to lag significantly in measures of economics, employment, education, health, housing, criminal justice, and civic participation. Solving these problems, the problems our nation faces, won't be easy. But having said that to you, class of 2017, I am nevertheless optimistic about the future and about our prospects to keep moving forward toward a more just and equal society that provides opportunity for all. That is the essence of the American dream. Why, you may ask, against this litany of challenges, am I optimistic? It's because of all of you and young people like you all across the nation who will be attending similar ceremonies in the next few months. By getting a college education, you, the class of 2017, have made a huge investment in your human capital. No one can ever take that away from you. It is the greatest gift that you can give yourself, and your parents and friends have supported you in doing so. I firmly believe that education is the key to a better future. Education is the key to solving the divisions that our country currently faces. Why do I believe that? Because during the course of my own lifetime, I have experienced just how transformational education can be. I was 3 years old when the Supreme Court's Brown versus Board of Education ruling declared segregation in public schools to be unconstitutional, case so famously argued by the Lincoln graduate Thurgood Marshall. Yet, progress was slow. I attended a segregated elementary school, but by middle school, I was able to enroll in an integrated magnet school in my hometown of Washington, D.C. And from there, educational opportunities kept opening up for me. As a nation, we have made progress in expanding educational opportunities, but it is clear that there remains a great divide between those on the path to success, like all of you, and those being left behind. I hope that over the course of your career, you'll do everything you can to keep moving our society forward in the finest tradition of Lincoln University graduates who have come before you. Your predecessors have given Lincoln University a remarkable legacy of firsts. They were not passive or afraid. They were unfazed by what society thought they could or could not do. They created entire nations, and that torch is being passed to you today. Do not be intimidated by the history of this great university. Take that torch with fortitude, take it with bravery, take with supreme confidence that your education and training you have given you what you need to make an impact. And as you set out on this journey, I hope you remember the 3 lessons I've shared with you today. Be a continuous learner, see your career as more of a rock climbing wall than a career ladder, and to steel yourself for success by building financial knowledge. With that, let me close by once again offering my congratulations again to each of you. This achievement for which you are being recognized today is a tribute to your talents, to your ambitions, but importantly to the support of your family and friends and to the faculty and staff here at Lincoln University. I wish you every personal and professional success. We are rooting for you, class of 2017. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ferguson. Thank you for your inspiring speech and very timely message. There are 420 graduates out there who are going to make a difference in the world, and your advice will be very helpful. I thank you also for your leadership and ongoing support for higher education, and certainly for the youth of our country. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another selection by our wonderful Lincoln University Choir. Bring me all your dreams. Thank you very much to choir members and Director Coleman. Some of our choir members are making their final performances today. Let's give them another hot round of applause. I am pleased and honored to invite to the podium Dr. Patricia Ramsey, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. She will introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2017.
It is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2017 valedictorian, Perry Rory Victor Parra. Mr. Parra has maintained a straight A average with a cumulative grade point average of a 4.0. You can come forward. He hails from Bayelsa State, Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a resounding applause for our valedictorian, Mr. Parra.
Wow, I feel like a preacher. Okay, so I'm a weird guy, pretty unconventional, so I'm gonna do things quite different. You thought I was what's saving, so you came and changed my life. You thought I was what keeping. So you thought I was to die for. All right, let's just go to the speech. So, before I start, I'm just gonna say a word of prayer. Thank you, Jesus, for this day. We bless you, Lord. It is only by your making. We are alive today not because we are worth it, not because we are righteous, but because of your grace, because of your mercy. Every day we wake up, Lord, it's not because it's of our own strength. It's because you, Lord, you're willing. It's because you've given us another mission. It's because you've called us to reach out to the world. So I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you, Lord. For everyone alive here today, thank you. For the families here, for the parents here, thank you, Jesus. Amen. All right. Wow. So before I begin, I'm going to say this is the most difficult speech I've ever written in my life. Trust me, I've written tons of papers, but this one, I had to watch YouTube videos. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I thought I had it all together, and then I ended up writing 5 different speeches, and I couldn't give any of them because I thought they weren't good. You know what's interesting is they told me I have just 5 minutes, so I decided to add a minute for every time Lincoln raised my tuition. Okay. All right, so it's really good to be here. I love the Lincoln experience. I mean, I didn't know how to cook until I got here, thanks to Thompson Hospitality. Okay. All right, let's go. But I'm just gonna say, be not be dismayed. The life out there is an interesting one. I come from Nigeria, where education isn't as expensive as it is here. Here, it's like a do-or-die affair. You take a lot of loan to go to school. You come out to work your life out to pay those loans. It's like a loop. And all I can think to myself is that all we have to do? You know, go to school, come out and take loans? And this is the interesting thing about how career services run. We're mostly told we need a job to survive, and we need all of these things, you know, to live. But I'm here to tell you, you can create yours. There's nothing wrong with having a job, but you can create yours. You can be your own employer. If you can play basketball, hit it hard, be the next Steph Curry. I mean, you can do it. It's something I know. Forget about the GPAs. They end here. Outside these four walls, you and I know it's a struggle. It's a whole different reality. So I just want to encourage you in that. This is not part of my speech, but I thought I was going to say this. While we were coming out, I saw a lot of parents shouting and some were crying. And what I was going through my head is, wow, the sacrifices these people have put out there. So many of them had a dream to buy a house, to buy cars, but they've invested it into you. And that is what keeps me motivated at night when I study. I just have to think about all my parents are doing. I just have to think about my mom awake 12 a.m. praying for my safety. That is enough to motivate me. So whenever you lose motivation, just ask yourself, what are your parents doing for you right now? Amen. So I just want to express my immense gratitude to everyone here. I want to thank you all, my family, my friends, my siblings, the entire class of 2017, the entire Lincoln University, Bayelsa State Government, Bayelsa 21, and of course, Dr. Tamiz. I want to thank you specially. Thank you very much. You know what you mean to the students, so thank you very much. Now, this is my speech, okay? Life as we know it has no limits. There are those who believe in your dreams, and there are those who will not believe in your dreams. It is okay. I come from a country which is currently going through economic downturn, but a friend wrote a speech, and I would read here. He says, just as high tides cause flooding in one instance, and yet produce electricity in another, we can progress by examining our perspectives in the midst of trying periods. Through all the uncertainty in present times, one thing is certain, there is always opportunity. And this is my message to Lincoln University today. There is always opportunity in this school. To run every single program we think will enhance our academic strength, we don't need external funds all the time. Lincoln University, there is a computer science department that can develop in-house softwares. There is opportunity here. We have to begin to maximize it. We have to look in-house, and we need to have a vision for where we are heading. As the Bible clearly said, without vision, you're going nowhere. So let's just take that advice. Amen? All right. The next advice I have is a story of Joseph from the Bible. We all know Joseph, right? See, this guy had a dream, all right? Literally a dream. And he shares it with his family. But what happens? They scold him. They push him away. But Joseph was a dreamer. Now, I just want to make you realize something. It is one thing to dream, and it's another thing to accomplish it. But there's an interesting thing, the process. I guess if God had told Joseph the process, I don't know if he would have said no, because it was a difficult one. When Joseph was sold into slavery, the Bible said favor came upon him, right? As we know it, Joseph could have relaxed in the house of his masters and become a glorious slave. But Joseph knew where he was heading. Favor is not your destination. You might be favored today, but look at it as the next step forward. Even in prison, Joseph was holding up to his dream. I just want to tell you something, that just because you're chasing something doesn't mean you can't help someone along the way. Joseph had a dream yet unrealized, and there were people in the cell with him that had dreams, and Joseph helped them realize it. So I'm just letting you know, because you haven't gotten to your dreams doesn't mean you cannot help someone else get to their dreams. Because guess what? Your dream may be dependent on the accomplishment of their dreams. So this is something I just want to put out there. And like I said, this speech is quite unconventional, but hey, it's my speech. So I just want to thank you all. I'm so grateful. I wish my parents could be here today. I believe they're watching this online. I really wish they could be here. My dad will always say, "Per, take this wherever you go. With or without man, God will do what he will do." So one thing I always hold on to is God says in his presence there is fullness of joy. So I always try to be in the presence of God. If I'm messing up, I want to come out of it and be in the presence of God, because there is fullness of joy. All of this today is because we are joyful. And guess what? That means God is here. Amen? Well, this is the last thing I have to do. There are two individuals in Lincoln University I believe deserve immense appreciation. They've served this institution so much. Like, if I could choose the president of Lincoln, I would apparently choose these guys. They've been awesome, so I took it upon myself to get them an award. And I'm going to present that award to 2 persons today. The first one will go to a lady. We all know her. She has the most understanding husband ever. Like, her husband could work with her till 11 p.m. or till 12 a.m. She spends all night making sure students succeed. She doesn't just care about your academics, she cares about your future. She cares about where you want to be tomorrow. And I want to present this award to no other than Professor Evelyn Poe. Please, if you could come up. I'm glad you all agree with me. Come on, can we do better for her? Come on, can we do better for her? I'm just gonna read this out. So it's called Leading by Example. And I titled this award, it's my award, right? I called it the Student Impact Award. And what I'm hoping is from this day, a valedictorian will be given the opportunity to present the award to someone who deserves to be recognized at Lincoln University. So thank you very much, Professor Paul. And the second award is gonna go to a teacher. I'm using the term teacher, not a professor, because this person goes the length and breadth of whatever is needed to make sure students get the best programs possible, to make sure students get the best they could get. I mean, when I mean he goes the length, I mean he can put his job on the line. And I think it deserves recognition. So please, can we give a round of applause for Dr. Claude Tamiz? Dr. Tamiz is a fighter. He fights for students. He fights for faculties. He fights for everybody. That's what he does, and I really just want to appreciate him. So this award, I titled it the Outstanding Teacher Award. It's not a professor, it's not a faculty, it's a teacher, because he's the only professor that teaches math like English. So I just want to thank him for this award. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so we've come to the end of my speech. I know there's so many people out there that deserve a better recognition as well. But this will be going to my mom, and I hope she's listening. When I came into this world, and you know, I live in a neighborhood that you could say is one of the poorest. When I was in Nigeria, my school fees wasn't more than $2, but my parents couldn't afford it. You know, I would be chased out of school, I would cry, and my mom would sell her stuffs to make sure we go to school, and my dad would do the same. So every day, I tell God, I don't want my parents to be like this. I want to be something better. And not just for them, for my kids as well. I want to be something better. So I just want to thank my mom. She's fascinating. I mean, I pray God I get a wife like her. She's awesome. She's supportive. And I know that same thing goes for every parent out here. They've driven miles, they've driven hours to get here today to support your dreams. So all I want to tell you, entire class of 2017, is make your parents proud. Thank you, Lincoln University. God bless.
Thank you very much, Ferrari. Lincoln has produced another Renaissance person. Ferrari is majoring in computer science, and I think he's received a Renaissance liberal arts education at Lincoln University that will do him well and all of us in the world as you move forward. Godspeed, Ferrari. It is now my pleasure to present this year's honorary doctor degree recipients. First, Mr. Kenneth E. Scott, President and Chief Executive Officer of Beach Companies, will be introduced by Dr. Tandalanda Carroll. He will receive his doctoral hood from Trustee Robert Archie. I present Dr. Carroll, Mr. Scott, and Trustee Archie.
Guys, I love you too. Okay, so good morning, everybody. It is my distinct pleasure to present Kenneth E. Scott. Mr. Scott, your undergraduate degree in engineering from Spring Garden College was only the beginning of your quest for knowledge. Beyond that, your name can be found on the rolls of the Wharton Graduate School of the University of Pennsylvania, the Oxford University England Executive Network, Columbia University Graduate School of Business for Social Enterprise, the Executive Leadership Program of the John F. Kennedy School of Government at Harvard, and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where you studied computer science. With these credentials in hand, you have been able to establish a stellar record of development in the Philadelphia region. Your commitment to your community is evident not only in your life accomplishments, but also in the successes of Beach Companies, where you currently serve as president and CEO. The creation of jobs, awarding of grants to nonprofit organizations, provision of hundreds of college scholarships, and producing numerous units of affordable housing and commercial, retail, and educational facilities are high on the list of accomplishments of Beach Companies under your leadership. But your story is not confined to your role as president of Beach Companies. It reaches far beyond the executive office to the Housing Enrichment Renaissance Board, the White House Advisory Board for Technology and Education, the Philadelphia Clef Club of Jazz and Performance Arts, and the Philadelphia Tribune Charities, as well as several multinational organizations for investment, philanthropy, and technology. Indeed, your leadership and service has been recognized locally by several organizations, including when in 2007, you received the Liberty Bell Award from the Mayor of Philadelphia. Awards and honors have also been bestowed upon you in the national arena, where you have been recognized by the White House, the United States Senate, and the House of Representatives. Mr. President, I present Kenneth E. Scott for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Get on this side.
Thank you very much. Kenneth E. Scott, your involvement throughout the Philadelphia region and the nation, and your service on behalf of the citizens of the region are deserving of the utmost respect and commendation. In recognition of your contributions and service, it gives me great pleasure to bestow upon you Lincoln University's highest honor. Now, by the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Lincoln University Board of Trustees, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I am honored to confer upon you the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Congratulations. Our second awardee is Dr. Roger W. Ferguson, Jr., President and CEO of TIAA. Dr. Ferguson will be introduced by Dr. William Dotson. He will receive his honor hood from Trustee Maceo Davis. Would Dr. Dotson, Dr. Ferguson, and Trustee Davis please come to the podium?
Good morning, everyone. I have the privilege of presenting to you a very distinguished gentleman who is taking care of my money. And the money of everybody, most of the faculty here and the whole United States. And his name is Dr. Roger W. Ferguson, Jr. Dr. Ferguson, your accomplishment and stellar career could very well land you among the elite of who is who, not only in economics and finance, but also in education, policy, and research. Your interest in economics and finance began at an early age when you traveled with your father from your home in Washington, D.C. to the Federal Reserve Bank in Richmond, Virginia, to buy securities, treasury securities. Your mother's occupation as a public school teacher and fed your interest in education. Graduation magna cum laude with a BA in economics from Harvard University was only the beginning of an educational journey that will include your study and attainment of JD in laws and PhD in economics, all from Harvard University. From Harvard, you launch into a distinctive portfolio steeped in success on many levels. Starting out as an attorney in the law firm, you went on to become an associate and ultimately a partner at a global management consulting firm. As the third African American to serve on the Federal Reserve Bank Board of Governors, you were appointed as vice chairman of Federal Reserve Board, making you the first African American to serve in this capacity. Later in 2008, you became president and chief executive officer of the Teachers Insurance Annuity Association, a college retirement equities fund, and the Fortune 100 financial service organization, where you continue to serve today. Throughout your career, your business acumen resulted in your being named economic advisor to President Obama, serving as a member of both the Transition Economic Advisory Board and the President Economic Recovery Board. Your distinguished career and achievements have been recognized with a plethora of awards and honors, as well as a recent appointment to the Smithsonian Institution's Board of Regents. Your interest in education of the nation's youth has resulted in your service on the board of several education organizations, including chairmanship of the conference board. Indeed, the list of your board affiliations is diverse and very impressive. Mr. President, I present Dr. Roger W. Ferguson, Jr. for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you very much. Roger Ferguson, in recognition of your exemplary record of achievement, as well as your service to this nation, it gives me great pleasure to bestow upon you Lincoln's highest honor. Now, by the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Lincoln University Board of Trustees, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I am honored to confer upon you the Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the pleasure of introducing and conferring degrees upon the class of 2017. the largest graduating class, the smartest graduating class, and the best graduating class. None bar exceptions. Now, Dr. Ramsey, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, will first recognize our senior honor graduates. Dr. Ramsey.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present the honor graduates for the class of 2017. Undergraduates listed in the program under Latin Honors have earned 60 or more credits at Lincoln University and have a cumulative grade point average ranging from 3.4 to 4.0. Let's give them a hand. Let's recognize again our valedictorian, Mr. Perry. Please stand. Our graduate with the distinction of being salutatorian is Pravanka Chowdhury. Please stand. Pravanka is a computer science major from Bangladesh. Pravanka has a 3.993 grade point average and is graduating summa cum laude. Will all other graduates listed in the program as summa cum laude please stand? These graduates are graduating with the highest honor. The graduates in this group have at least a 3.8 cumulative grade point average. Congratulations. You may be seated. Will the graduates listed in the program as magna cum laude please stand? These graduates have cumulative grade point averages between 3.6 and 3.79. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will those graduates listed in the program as cum laude please stand? These graduates have grade point averages between 3.4 and 3.59. Congratulations. Thank you. We have another category of honor graduates that are receiving academic distinction today. Will those graduates listed in the program under graduation honors please stand? These graduates are persons who have earned credits prior to attending Lincoln University and have earned a GPA of at least a 3.4. Thank you. Let's give all of our honor graduates another round of applause. Mr. President, I'm pleased to present the candidates for their respective degrees. Dr. Patricia Joseph, Dean of the College of Professional Studies, Dean of the College of Professional Graduate and Extended Studies, and Acting Dean of the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, and Dr. Larry Shannon, Interim Dean of the College of Science and Technology, will assist in this process. Mr. President, may I present the candidates for the degrees Master of Arts, please stand, Master of Education, please stand, Master of Science in Business, please stand. And Master of Science in Counseling, please stand. Mr. President, these candidates have been certified by the faculty as having completed all requirements for the master's degree in their chosen field and are recommended for admittance with specification according to the degree in which they have qualified.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Lincoln University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you individually the master's degree with the rights and privileges and responsibilities hereto appertaining, and cause you to be vested with the hood of appropriate degrees.
Turn to your right. Pass. Hood.
Mr. President, the graduates receiving master's degree from the College of Professional, Graduate, and Extended Studies are prepared to receive their diplomas. Graduates, please advance to the stage.
Abdullah John Kamara.
Barry Howard Robertson, Jr.
Yeah, you don't have a card. Okay, you're fine.
Mahassan Jalil Abraham DeShields. Victor Mustafa Bangura. Wesley Carter, Jr. Teron Brown.
Okay.
You gonna go up there? Okay. She didn't give it to me.
Janine Arena Cisse Dots.
Tyrone Highsmith. Kenyatta Deasia Hill. Thank you. Shonda Patrice Margina. Olade Aluko. Over here. Angela Renee Bates.
Angela C. Taylor.
Pronounce harder. Laura Robin Harter.
Jalea Thomas.
Corima Horton.
James Eric Johnson.
Terry Jones Robinson.
Bukai Jedi Korbe.
Henrietta Lena Norris Washington.
Kenya Terrence Burton.
Adeshola Danielle Adekunle.
Shakira Barrett.
Yvonne Marie Bolton.
Kia Brownmay.
Danielle Evans.
Robert King Covington.
Arlene Heath.
Danielle L. Jones.
Brandy Marie Page.
Dana Marie Randolph.
Stephanie Joy Tisdale.
Shanae LaShonda Watson.
Sharon Brown.
Ebony Lena Von Willis.
Diana Jazimba Diambe.
Tezra Nyblack.
Rose Lords DeVore.
Olive Moody.
Sean Kelly.
Vanisha Moore.
Malik Nikodima.
Uloma Linda Nweke.
Charmaine Providence.
Christopher R. B. Richard.
Simeon Ransom.
Dominique Andrea Springs.
Jacqueline Nicole Smoke.
Neoka M. Wilson.
Vivian Streeter.
Shanika Farrell.
Jeffrey Christopher Hill.
Katrina Camille Lawrence.
Alonzo Loper Jr.
Artafia B. Robertson Hassan.
Keisha Tanea Jones.
Shamari Keon Scott.
Alita J. Burke.
Anthony Butler.
Erica Patrice Church.
Nitra Cassandra Cleckley.
Dominique Curry.
Kingsley Kwabena Diabene.
Calvin Lovelace Jr.
Ngozi Y. Ilonze.
Benjamin Nwanoniye.
Karim Tamir Wilson.
Ashton Sterling Burrell.
Jeffrey Byard.
Natia Davis.
Tanisha Mitchell.
Armisha Cassandra Piedra.
Maxwell Saapo.
Monica Marie Connor.
Linda M. Gambrell Rett.
Taylor Courtney Isley Clark.
Racine Elizabeth Johns.
Malika Sihara O'Neill.
Jasmine Dejour White.
Tempest Christine Kerr. Kathleen Jonas. Wait, backwards. Oh, really? Sorry.
You may be seated.
Well, they gotta confer degrees on the undergrad. That's right, yep. You got it, you're right. My hands are just so cold.
Mr. President, may I present the candidates for the bachelor's degree? Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? Mr. President, these candidates have been certified by the faculty as having completed all requirements for the degree Bachelor of Arts, the BA, Bachelor of Science, the BS, or Bachelor of Science in Nursing, the BSN, and are recommended for admittance with specification according to the program in which they have qualified.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Lincoln University Board of Trustees, I do hereby confer upon you individually the bachelor's degree in your chosen field with the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining, and cause you to be vested with the hood appropriate to this degree.
Graduates, turn right. Pass back. Stoop and hood. Graduates, you may now reverse your tassel. Please be seated. We want to move on with the program. Mr. President, the graduates will be presented for their diplomas by the deans of the academic colleges in which they qualify. Dean Joseph.
She's on this side.
Will the graduates in the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences please rise? Mr. President, graduates in the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences are prepared to receive their diploma. Graduates, please advance to the stage.
what?
Into the stairs, right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I'll take your card. Okay. Kim Melanie Pouncey, magna cum laude.
Tasha St. Louis, summa cum laude.
Wanemi Jonah, summa cum laude.
Taysir Khalid Edwards.
Hashfa Ruth Elizabeth Gladden.
Amir Bradley.
Nadira Wadia Macmillan.
Ebony Brown.
Erica Janice Morgan.
Onika Ama Palmer.
Samantha Ryan Robinson.
LaKenya Burke Ray.
Bianca Woodard.
Dion Delaney.
William C. Bond Jr.
Chanel Janae Watson.
Makeda Alexis White, cum laude.
Shayna Oliver King.
Olivia D. Hines.
George Wesley Elsie. The third.
Christopher A. McCall.
Alicia Gail Sims.
Dane C. Baker.
Nia Imani Tukes.
Sheldon K. Fisher.
Imani Elnora Simone Crowder.
Corina S. Morton, cum laude.
Kishana Monet Bird, magna cum laude.
Marcus B. Warner, cum laude.
Christopher Lawrence Coffey.
Brent Cowan.
Brendan Marcellus Sherman Johnson.
Gerald T. Oliver.
Brianna Merriman.
Shannon Nicole Marshall.
Dominique Aminata Graves.
Renee Yvonne Washington.
Tierra Lynn Hodge.
Simone B. Wright.
Eddie Jarrell Jones.
Janaea Chantel Joyner.
Drusilla Marie Brown, summa cum laude.
Lilani Iman Rhodes, cum laude.
Terrence Lee Barry, Jr.
Kendall Gilbert.
All right now.
LaShonda Monique Woodard.
Sharika S. Ellington, cum laude in 3 years.
Shanae Wilson, cum laude.
Cheyenne Colston.
Haziza Abdullah, magna cum laude.
Jakaya Anderson, summa cum laude.
Alexander Romaniotis.
Chisam A. Ihejerica, summa cum laude.
Marcus E. Kennard.
Jade V. Thompson.
Tora Tayana Mosby.
Alexis Shantae Marie Bland.
Takesha Parks.
Indira K. Clark.
Shanae Washington, cum laude.
Iman Renee Smith.
Jasmine Ann Carter.
Nicholas Jermaine Blackman.
Okay, sorry.
Daquan P. Crawley, magna cum laude.
Aman Farrell.
D.A. T. Wilcox.
Ahmad Ward.
Corey Michael Edwards Fuller.
Darian Isaiah Veal.
Danique Story.
Treasure Janae Whitfield, cum laude.
Ariel Vanessa Rawls.
Charles D. Strother.
Avery Fallon Grin.
Devontae Parker.
Christopher Jerome Gibson Jr.
Akeem Juwan Berry.
Okay. Yvonne DeGenis.
Miles Lassane Hunt.
All right.
Brandon Delano Burrell.
Esther LaVenture.
Ariana Camille Pope. Diolaye Bestman Reginald, summa cum laude.
Lenny Rowland, summa cum laude.
Pamela Shalene Gadsden.
Antonio A. DePina.
Tamara Wilson Ashton.
Rebecca Ayana Lacayo.
Tamika Michelle Arnold, cum laude.
Kiara Jermaine Patterson.
Timbasile Erica Olue, summa cum laude.
Constance Ibienfa, magna cum laude.
Ashley Nicole Atieno Juma.
Dina B. Ingram, summa cum laude. Troy Braxton.
Alana Hudson.
Sienna Ashley Green.
Dejeen Harris.
Jamila I. Al-Ghali.
Alondra Nelson.
Whitney Connie McQueen.
Isatu Ba.
Olateju Taiwo Alvin Ishola.
Olivia Struthers.
Kaya Nicole Bristol.
Maria Smalls, summa cum laude.
Catherine L. DeShields, cum laude.
Haladine Harris.
Latoya Amia Warfield.
Cynthia Tolton, honors.
Stacy Renee Graham, summa cum laude.
Tyra Diane Collins.
Marilyn Bell, magna cum laude.
Tiffany Lynette Hinton, honors.
Valerie L. Jackson.
Robert D. Kennedy, Jr.
Melvin Arlington Northern, cum laude.
Beatrice Perez.
Raisa Lena Jones.
Beth Abrams, honors.
Amy Lauren Abrams.
Natanya Harris.
Shamina N. Reed.
Shantae T. Ginyard.
Wynette R. Carter, honors.
Mila Shonice McIntyre.
Diane Lillian Mae Thompson.
Dwayne Christopher Jones, honors.
Adama E. Sham.
Micaiah Jahil Mudidwa Porter.
Brianna Quanice Jackson Winters.
Ebipade Ebimo Bodwe Amamusoma.
Taisha Lame.
Seliake Tarila Alamasea.
Keon Gaskins, magna cum laude.
Thurgood Matthews.
Rainique Matthew, magna cum laude.
Yasir Yadel Ortiz Marcano.
Andrew Tony Whitfield.
Aaron Ray.
Troy Paul Jones.
Tamara Green.
Deborah L. Roseborough, magna cum laude.
Mariama Bailo Ba.
Rahim Salahuddin.
Rodney Lavon Sparks, Jr.
James Allen Dunlap III.
Dante E. Wade, cum laude.
Toye S. Hargrove.
Whitney Gordon Johnson.
Deja Mahogany Taylor, cum laude.
Odiso Chisom Nane.
Olutoyen Ibukunolua Olowukire.
Stephanie Lynn Brown.
Elena Natasha Marshall.
Keone Rogers, summa cum laude. Precious Zachary, summa cum laude.
Jasmine C. Wallow. Martina A. Ellis.
Tamitra Joy Thomas, cum laude.
Christopher A. Dachis, magna cum laude.
Tashira Lark.
Brittany S. Tannehill.
Naya Deasia Berry.
LaDeja Langley Hart.
Tiana Nael Royals.
Brianna Nicole Foster.
Edward McKenzie.
Anne Christie DeForge.
You must have it.
Aaliyah Joe Williams.
Rashay Sonora Robinson.
Chantal Shanice Noel.
Charles Ragland Jr.
Kenneth M. Falcon.
Darisha Latrice Brown.
Miracle S. Brown.
Dejanay Jones, cum laude.
Alexis D. Van Patrick.
Kalisha T. Benson.
Vernon W. Young.
Timea M. Thompson.
Marquita D. Monroe.
Niambe Marie Lewis.
Giaya Upchurch Robinson.
Jasmine Fry, cum laude.
Chantel Shanae Seymour.
Christopher Lazelle Burney.
Rose Evans Boozer.
Ephraim Jerome Burgess.
Kwame Ampofo.
Tari Francis Turner.
Dr. Shannon will come to introduce the College of Science and Technology.
Good morning. Will the graduates of the College of Science and Technology please rise? Mr. President, graduates of the College of Science and Technology are prepared to receive their diplomas. Graduates, please advance as your name is called.
Victor Perry, summa cum laude and valedictorian.
Charles William Bennett III.
Morgan Octavius McBride.
Donisha Melissa Patrice Steele, magna cum laude.
Marcus Alexander Barbosa.
Ezra Connell, cum laude.
Isaiah Barry White.
Darian Aliyah Payne.
David L. Miller II.
Imani Janae Parsons, magna cum laude.
Erin Iana Greer.
Tamara D. Jones, magna cum laude.
Bradley A. Davis.
Deneen Nakia Love.
Deanna Nakia Love.
Deanna Nakia Love.
Asia A. Stewart.
Treson Henderson.
Joshua O'Shea Davis.
Patrice Brown. Little, magna cum laude.
Laquana Hanson.
Amir B. Goldman.
Kyra Orton.
Abina Antoinette Quazier Agre.
Christian Michelle Harris.
Janae Butler.
Daniel Rashad Townsend.
Alexis C. Jenkins.
Nicole Antoinette Holmes, magna cum laude, nursing.
Vanessa Juanita Walker, cum laude, nursing.
Clarice Leola Newman, magna cum laude.
Igreta F. Stone, cum laude, nursing.
Samantha Angelique Casey, magna cum laude.
Danisha K. Brewer, Drury.
Amber N. Smith.
Kiana Shanice Green, cum laude.
Sajina Ebanks, magna cum laude.
Anne Olawari, magna cum laude.
Gloria Chinaza Onukwa, summa cum laude.
Kojo Darko Frimpong, summa cum laude.
Jeffrey Wanjiru, magna cum laude.
Bushana Ashley Shante Freeman.
Donald Yingifa, summa cum laude.
Rita Ohinero Umuero.
Richard Igrigi, summa cum laude.
Ikoramor Mabel Ojeriki, magna cum laude.
Adaka Iguiniwe, summa cum laude.
Ibrara Kim Sayo.
Benny Temi Ipere Indone, summa cum laude.
Oyen Barakami Jessica Indiomu, magna cum laude.
Priyanka Chowdhury Tani, summa cum laude.
Seye Opuo Gidi Edi, summa cum laude.
Kayla Nicole Adams.
Joy Diomosofa Yaki, magna cum laude.
Anthony Jamal Ray.
Kenneth J. Nearing Bowen.
Marquise Richard Miller.
Erin Nicole Lockwood, cum laude.
Olivia Marie Chestnut.
Chelsea Taylor Ingram, cum laude.
Charisma Tiana Stewart, cum laude.
Christian Morgan Jackson.
Stephen Andrew Gilliam, magna cum laude.
Marquise Hobbs.
Kevin Adam Clark.
Lance E. Felder. Tony Linwood Jones Jr.
Ronald M. Lashley, cum laude.
Chad Malamo Jansky, summa cum laude.
Gabrielle Santiago.
L'Oreal Antoinette Bledsoe.
Lene Marie Kimball, cum laude.
Dominique Warren.
Alana L. Van Ness.
Prince Julian. Seymour Poole.
Christian Maurice Miller.
Kyla Dion Seed.
Kenyatta Retunji Mack Jr.
Darian Xavier Butler.
Tayshana Roden Brunson.
Jamal Akeem Ransom Jr.
Chanel Weaver.
Nicholas C. Newman.
Michael E. Weldon Jr.
Alexis V. Joyner.
Daquan A. Jenkins.
Aaron Clark Smith.
Danielle Lexus Shelley.
Natalie Alicia Ben, magna cum laude.
Shariah Harris, cum laude.
Tyresia D. Douglas.
Sade M. Reed.
Terrell N. Barringer.
Kelly Vanya Davis.
Please join me in congratulating the class of 2017 graduates of Lincoln University. It is the alumni of an institution that make sure and must ensure the ongoing success of that institution, our institution, Lincoln University, through its support physically, spiritually, materially, financially. That will help us. We are very proud of the alumni of Lincoln University. Now I have the pleasure of presenting to you Mr. Robert Ingram, President of the Alumni Association of Lincoln University, who will induct the class of 2017 into the association. Mr. Ingram.
Thank you, President Green. This is a day that the Lord has made. Rejoice. Ladies and gentlemen of the Supreme Class of 2017, congratulations. I can't hear you. Congratulations to your family and friends also. You know, before I administer the oath, I just want to thank a couple of our leaders. You all are leaders, and Lincoln is for leaders, but I want to thank personally on behalf of the alumni, our president, Dr. Richard Green. He's been wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Green. I also want to thank our chair of the Board of Trustees, a fellow graduate and alumni of Lincoln University, for her dedicated service in rough times. We want to thank her, Ms. Kimberly Lloyd. Kimberly. You know, some of you have these cords, and we're starting a new tradition. Mr. McDaniel, our Vice President of Institutional Advancement, these are called philanthropy cords. All of the students, I believe there's almost 190 of you that made a commitment and gave some money back to the university, and you're not even officially alums yet. But everybody who has one of these, raise your hand. Wow, thank you, thank you. Let's give them an applause. Each of those students have given back their refund for housing, and they, instead of taking that money and going out and doing whatever they wanted to do with it, they love this university and demonstrating that they already recognize the value and they want to give back to the university and the students that are still here, and you deserve a great deal of applause, so thank you. I'd like all the alumni of Lincoln University who are present to please stand. All of the alumni. The graduates, stand. I'd like everybody to raise their right hand and repeat after me. And repeat your name. And this is an oath, which means it's a promise, which means we expect you to keep it. I, Robert Ingram, do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution and bylaws of the Alumni Association of Lincoln University, to give back bountifully of my time, my talent, and my treasure. Welcome to the alumni of Lincoln University.
Please be seated. Thank you very much, Bob Ingram, very dedicated alum and supporter of Lincoln University. Thank you for your service as president of the National Association, and we look for more from you as the years go on. We want a little more. Thank all of you, family, friends, supporters, mentors, faculty and staff and trustees, for your participation and for your joining us in this wonderful celebration, a wonderful group of scholars and future leaders of the world. Without you, this day would not have been possible. To our graduates, we hope you will return often, that you will keep us informed of the milestones in your lives as you continue your journey forward to do what you want to do, plan to do, are empowered to do in this world. Congratulations, the best, the biggest, and the brightest class ever. Congratulations. We'll now have everyone stand, please stand, and join us in singing the alma mater, followed by the benediction and the academic recessional. We ask that you remain in your places until the platform party, faculty and graduates have recessed. Thank you again, and Godspeed.
Beneath
Let us be together with God and with one another as we pray.
Oh, my God.
Now may the God who governs this world as well as this institution guide and keep you as you go into the world. Now may that God take these seeds of Lincoln's great legacy and plant them as trees that will bear much fruit in the world. Let these seeds be seeds of service and philanthropy to their families, their communities, as well as this great institution. And let it all be done to the glory of God and to the legacy of Lincoln. Amen.